Hello loves, I hope you're doing well and that if you've already had the surgery, you're feeling much better, you're up and about. If you're still waiting for your surgery, best of luck. Got my fingers crossed for you to get your surgery as soon as possible. I regret not having done mine sooner. Today we're going to be looking at Lose Weight Sara. Please note I have full permission from her to use her videos and do reactions on them. If there's something you disagree with, please don't go after her. Drop me a comment down below and yeah, let's discuss. Alrighty, let's get started.
Not gonna lie, like there's been a couple days where I really had to fight, but I am wanting to be like the model patient, if you will.
I had that as well, where I wanted to be the best patient that any of the doctors had seen. And I did pretty well. I did quite well. I lost nearly 9 kilos before my op from my highest weight.
What is up, Sara Squad? Welcome back to my channel, Lose Weight Sara, where I'm on a mission to lose 100 pounds my way.
So Sara's journey started with the usual weight loss diets and programs and all of those types of things. And then she got to a point where she wanted to go for a VSG, a vertical sleeve. And yes, I think it was a good choice. If you look at her now, compared to this video, the change is absolutely remarkable.
So today I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna be taking you through an entire day of eating on my vertical sleeve gastrectomy pre-op diet.
Just a note, please, please, please don't take anything that anybody says as gospel and as advice. Your medical team knows exactly what is needed for you. It's different for every single person because we're all different. So some people, I've seen people have as little as 3 days of pre-op diet. I've seen people have as much as 6 weeks pre-op diet, where they go through the stages from normal food to pureed foods to liquids, opaque liquids, to clear liquids before their surgery. The main reason, or one of the main reasons, why you go on a pre-op diet is to shrink your liver. Your liver is busy blocking the way to your stomach, and this makes it difficult for your surgeon to get in and do all the necessary work.
There are a lot of rules and limitations. It's extremely strict. And I know that this diet can vary depending on the surgeon that you're using, but I'm going to be walking you through what has been prescribed to me by Blossom Bariatrics. It's pretty early in the morning. I'm about to start my work day. If you don't know, I work from home, so that means I've got to start with coffee. But one of the big rules...
It's quite good that she works from home. I've seen a good couple of people asking questions about when can they return to work. If you're working from home, at least you can take breaks when you're not feeling well. Remember, this is a massive surgery, so it's going to take time to heal. You can't push it. You need to wait for your doctor's all clear to be able to do what's necessary. That was the hardest part for me, giving up caffeine. I am unfortunately a caffeine addict.
But that's okay. So let me show you what I use and how I make my coffee. So as I mentioned, it's got...
I've seen a lot of people using decaf. I think that's okay. The only problem is that it could still cause ulcers. So you need to be careful about the quantities that you take. And then you also need to be careful about what you're putting into your coffee. If it's just plain old milk, it should be fine. If it's plain old milk, that's fine. Preferably fat-free, if possible. But all your creamers and flavorings and syrups, all of these are going to have calories and they're going to be not the best option for pre-op.
Gotta be decaf, so I am using this Great Value. I always use instant coffee because I'm the only one who drinks it, and I really only drink 1 or 2 cups, so it just seemed more economical to start using instant coffee. So I use this decaf instant from Great Value. That's Walmart brand if you don't know. Pretty straightforward, no caffeine. Now on this diet, we're supposed to be very low carbohydrate and very low fat. So this is what I normally use anyway, but this is my sugar-free French vanilla coffee creamer, also Great Value brand.
That creamer actually looks okay. Sugar-free, perfect. She says low fat, perfect, brilliant.
Brands. You can see here, for just a tablespoon, it's 20 calories, 1 gram fat, and 2 carbs. So I use 2 tablespoons just to kind of maximize my carb and fat intake there for this pre-op diet. Normally I use about 3 in my coffee. I won't be able to do that probably once I have the sleeve anyway, so this is a really good practice run. So now I'm gonna make some coffee.
Coffee actually sounds like a really good idea right now. With being under the weather, I feel quite dopey. So a nice cup of coffee would actually go down quite well now. I wish it didn't have to be decaf though. I'm so glad to see her actually measuring it out. A lot of people will take a good guess. Some of them, the guess is way off though. So I'm glad that she's weighing everything out. It's always the best to make sure.
Okay, my coffee's ready, so now it's time to start my work day. And it looks like I'll be having my usual protein shake for lunch, and then I get another protein shake for an afternoon snack, and then dinner is 4 to 5 ounces of lean protein with 1 to 2 cups of vegetables. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, that seems like a pretty good diet. I've learned the hard way that protein shakes that you enjoy before you're up very often taste absolutely terrible after op. Your taste buds actually change, or not your taste buds, your sense of taste actually changes after surgery. And I find that products with a lot of sweetener in are actually quite gross after post-op. So always when you're busy prepping your post-op meals, just keep that in mind. So if you've got shake left over from your pre-op diet, that's great, you can test that. Otherwise you can look, very often you get little pouches in the shops of the protein powders, and you can use those to taste instead of going and buying a massive bottle of protein shakes and then it tasting absolutely horrible and you waste some money.
But I've been getting creative with my dinner, so I'm going to show you what I'm making tonight. I have about 25-30 minutes till my next meeting, so I'm just trying to get some steps in.
This is absolutely awesome, starting as soon as possible with getting your steps in. It's going to make you feel so much better, and it's going to help burn a couple of calories, not a lot. Remember that weight loss is 80% in the kitchen, 20% in the gym, or in her case, walking outside. It's a great stress reliever, and I'm glad to see that she's walking and not trying to jog or run. Walking is enough.
I'm going for a super casual walk. I'm in my sandals and my work clothes, so let's see. Nothing crazy, but it's important to me to get some movement in. It will help accelerate the weight loss. Plus I just need to be in the, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I need to be in the habit of walking every, so much time.
This is absolutely brilliant, and she is 100% correct here. Building good habits as soon as possible is always great. Always great.
Especially during the healing process. Plus,
a lot of people experience gas pains after operation, and in the hospital they actually make you walk around. It also obviously depends on your surgeon and his team, and it also depends on how long your stay in hospital will be. But the best is to get up and walk. Walk, walk, walk. It's one of the few things that are actually going to help for the gas pains.
you guys know I like going for walks, and it's kind of nice out today. It's only 78 degrees instead of 98, so I'm gonna enjoy that. So I'm gonna get some steps in and go back to work. Now I am ready for my lunch protein shake. So I wanted to show you, I was very lucky. I went to Walmart and picked up a few different ready to drink protein shakes, and they were on clearance. So I was pretty happy about that because they're kind of pricey.
Oh, that's awesome, because yes, as she says, it's kind of pricey. They are expensive, but they are very good.
See, protein powder is not as bad, and I have protein powder that I'll show you at my afternoon snack. But let me show you these guys that I've been drinking for lunch. So I got 3 different kinds. The first kind is this Body Fortress high protein. So it's 40 grams of protein.
That is a decent amount of protein. That is a great amount of protein.
Only 4 grams of carbohydrates, not a lot of added sugar. I think it says less than 1. Yeah, less than 1. This one is disgusting. I hate it. It's nasty. It tastes just like pure chemicals.
I found that with a lot of the pre-made protein shakes, yes, they do taste a lot like chemicals. And if you look at the nutrition label, yes, they are made with a lot of chemicals.
So gross. I can't stand it. So I have 3 of these left. I drank 1 of them. I think the first day that I started it, and I was like, ooh, I guess I'll save those for the last couple days. The second one I got is this 25 grams of protein muscle milk.
That's still a really good amount of protein for a shake.
This one is actually genuine. It says genuine 0 sugar. There's no sugar added. This one tastes fine. It's very chocolatey. It kind of gives me like Yoo-hoo vibes. It's not my favorite, and the protein is kind of low compared to the other one. My last guy here that I really like, which is also muscle milk, non-dairy protein.
Obviously, it's a little bit different in each country what's available. I've never seen these brands, so I can't comment on whether it's good or not. The only thing I can say is that the amount of protein that's in it is perfect.
Shake. So this one has 32 grams of protein, and it's got 9 grams of carb, but 5 grams of dietary fiber. So
oh, that's good, getting your fiber in. I'm actually going to be posting a video not too long from now, which proteins are high in protein, what veggies or fruit is high in fiber, and then how you compare those two and make yourself a very good meal, very filling meal. You're going to feel satiated, you're going to have energy for a long time. It's a brilliant cheat sheet.
Very, very good macro wise. This is the one that I kind of go to for the most part, and this is what I'm gonna have right now, just because I really like the flavor. They call it knockout chocolate, which I mean is pretty chocolatey, but it does have a little bit higher carbohydrates, so I have to be careful there. So this one, the one that's nasty, has the lowest carbohydrates. So on a day where maybe my dinner was gonna have a little bit higher carbs, I would probably do this one. But
I love that she's planning her meals ahead of time. I use MyFitnessPal. Yes, it shows me the calories. Yes, you shouldn't be worrying about calories because you're going to be focusing on getting your proteins in, your fibers in, your minerals, your vitamins, etc., etc., etc. but I find that it helps me to plan out my meals. I could probably use a different app, or I could probably just use a pen and paper, but it does help me keep track of what I eat, what I plan to eat the next day, and how it's going to affect the protein content. MyFitnessPal does give you the protein content for the day, so you can make sure that you get either your 60 to 80 grams or your 80 to 100 grams, depending on what your surgeon and his team have advised for you.
Anyway, trying to keep it low. So I'm gonna go have my, which one is it? I'm gonna go have my protein shake for lunch, and I'll catch you back here around dinner time, because I've been saving my afternoon protein shake for after dinner as like a dessert. So I'll show you what I make.
That's not a bad idea. I have my snack mid-morning. According to my dietitian, 3 main meals throughout the day and 1 snack. My snack is usually some kind of protein, like egg, 2 eggs. It's 2 servings of protein for me for my mid-morning snack. So either 2 eggs or some cold meat, some deli meats. There are endless options of what you can use, but I do like the idea of keeping a protein shake available for dessert.
For that too. So I'll see you in a little bit. It's about 2 o'clock and I am feeling a little bit snacky. Just got done with a big project at work, so that felt nice. So on this pre-op diet, really not supposed to have snacks, but they do give you a couple of recommendations if you want to have something just crunchy.
Please note that when I'm talking about the 2 servings of protein for the snack, this is post-op. I'm 13 months post-op, so just keep that in mind. She's talking about pre-op, yeah. I'm talking about post-op.
In between your protein shake and your meal. So what I am about to have is some kosher petite dills. I love pickles because you can't eat a whole lot of them, or at least I can't. Maybe you can, I don't know. But just a few.
Pickles, I could have a few, not too many.
Are very satisfying, 0 calories. The only thing I have to be careful with, of course, is the sodium in these. So I try to limit.
Quite right, the sodium is a bit hectic in pickles, any pickles. But in moderation, it should be fine.
Limit it to just like 4 or 5 of these little pickles, and that makes a good snack. But something else I could also have is just regular cucumbers. I just haven't really gotten around to the store to pick those up in the last couple days, so I may have those on another day, but for right now I'm gonna have pickles. Okay, so it's just about 5 o'clock. It is time for dinner, and I'm doing something a little bit different than I have been the last couple days, just to try kind of something different to get some variety. I've been eating a lot of like chicken, fish, but tonight I'm doing like a breakfast for dinner. So let me show you what I've got here. So I'm going to start with this Ezekiel flourless.
Brilliant. You want as many grains as possible for the fiber.
Sprouted green bread. If you guys have ever tried this, it's really, really yummy, and it has some pretty incredible nutrition that you can see here. 80 calories a slice, 15 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 5 grams of protein. So
you can see there on the label that it's 0 grams of sugar. Brilliant.
That'll be 10 grams of protein just from the 2 slices of bread that I'm gonna have, and about 30 carbs, so that's pretty good. I'm gonna fry 2 eggs, not in oil, just with non-stick. I think that'll be good. Put a piece of cheese on top of that bread. And then for more protein, so the eggs have quite a bit of protein.
Eggs are great for protein. It's also got a lot of nutrients. Please don't be afraid of eating the yolk of the egg. It does not contain that much cholesterol.
I believe it says it on here.
Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Eggs do have a decent amount of protein per egg though. And then I've got a cherrywood smoked ham just from the deli at
That sounds yummy.
the local grocery. And then I'm gonna have some of this California style vegetable mix with a little bit of spray butter. I do have to take out the carrots though because it says non-starchy vegetables, and since I've already got the bread, I do want to avoid those, so I'll be taking out the carrots but eating.
That's a good idea. You'll still be getting a whole bunch of veggies in there, your cauliflower and your broccoli. Also high in fiber, those two. And as she says, she's taking out the starchy vegetable.
The broccoli and the cauliflower, and then maybe my son or daughter will have the carrots. So yeah, I'm going to start putting that all together. No broken yolks here.
Oh, that does look good. And it's going to be high in protein, low in fats, and low in carbs.
Okay, so it's time for my last snack of the day, and that is my second protein shake. So I am using this Body Fortress chocolate.
Here we go with the big bottle. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is if post-op your taste has changed, you might not be able to handle the sweetness, and a lot of people actually struggle with the texture.
Whey isolate powder. It's got 60 grams of protein for 2 scoops, but I only use 1, so that makes it 30 grams of protein. And the other additive I have is this peanut butter powder.
I've seen this by so many Americans, and I wish we could get that here in South Africa. Unfortunately, I have yet to find it.
I put the Great Value brand because it's pretty much the same as the name brand one. It's got 6 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. So that gives me a total of 36 grams of protein in this peanut butter chocolate shake. Is it the most amazing tasting? No, but it does the job, and I find I like it better when I actually use a little bit less water. I was putting like 10 ounces of water. Now I've kind of cut it down to 8, and I like it a lot better.
Once again, I'm really happy to see her actually measuring everything out. Absolutely awesome. Oh, I need one of those.
So just a few quick thoughts before I wrap up this video. So is something I really wanted to make sure that I made clear is that this diet isn't just for anybody just trying to lose weight. It's very specifically prescribed for reducing the size of the liver prior to surgery.
100%. Agree with her, 100%.
So I would not recommend this as just something that anybody should just do just to drop a few pounds. It's pretty extreme, and not gonna lie, like there's been a couple days where I really had to fight, but I am wanting to be like the model patient, if you will, and following my pre-op instructions to the letter and just doing everything that I'm supposed to do to make sure this surgery goes off without a hitch.
I'm so happy to see this. A lot of people struggle with the pre-op diets and then they give in. I think a lot of it has to do with your mindset going in. As part of all your medical records and tests and everything that you need to do before surgery, one of the things is a visit with a psychologist. You need to get your mind right. You need to understand that this is a lifelong decision. You need to make sure that you're willing to put in the sacrifices. You have to be 100% sure that this is what you want. I've seen so many people that are now post-op, and I can't eat this, I can't eat that. and they regret having the surgery. You need to make sure this is exactly what you want. It's not just a little weight loss, it is for life. It is for life.
That being said, if you didn't know, your liver sits a little bit above where your stomach area is. Again, there's lots of videos online. If you just Google liver shrinking diet, you can kind of see, and they'll show you like the liver sits like right across the top of the stomach area. So the surgeon has to be able to move that. And if the liver is fatty, it makes it more tender. So there's no way to really know that you're like effectively shrinking your liver, but what they tell you is that if you're losing weight on this diet, then yes, you are shrinking your liver. It's working the way that it's supposed to. So
exactly, 100%.
drinking lots of water, getting lots of protein, that's the goal. I'm going to post my end macros for the day. I know I ended.
Oh, very good. She got over 100 grams of protein. That's brilliant. And it made up 44% of her diet. On point.
Up with something like 104 grams of protein, which is pretty much spot on, and pretty low carbs and pretty low fat today too. So I'm real proud of myself. Another day that I
She should be proud of herself. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
stuck to it. This is day 7. So yeah, I've 7 days in. I've got another 7 days to go, and then the whole rest of my life for only eating a little tiny bit of food. But I'm really excited and feeling very good. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna let the protein shake making Sara go ahead and finish out this video.
And that'll be it for my pre-op diet day of eating. So what do you guys think? It's really low calorie, really low fat, really low carb. It's just a very low
I quite like the diet she's on. It seems quite balanced, which is great. They're not just killing her with dropping everything. The protein is there. She's going to feel fuller for longer. There's less carbs, which is going to help the liver shrink, because it's not going to be converting into sugars for the body to process. Yeah, she's on track.
everything diet. Again, for all the details, I'm going to link to a video from Blossom Bariatric so you can get all the details. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of my journey to my gastric sleeve surgery, be sure to hit that subscribe button down in the corner. And until next time, I'll see you real soon.
Brilliant. I'm absolutely thrilled. Please keep in mind that this was posted about 1 year ago according to YouTube. I am going to be reacting to all her videos in this series, and hopefully we'll catch up with her pretty soon. And that is it from me, the Peanut Gallery. And she's starting off her journey on a great note. I can't wait to watch the other videos and see how she does. In any case, that's all from me. Bye.